What is going on? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe for more Milwaukee videos. Who doesn't love Milwaukee? Now, I need to get these shown here. We do have some new ones that came in too. Milwaukee sent over a few different rechargeable and battery powered lights. I got some batteries here that I can show you guys, and he doesn't know it yet, but my dad's been waiting, or has been waiting a few days for these lights because he needed an upgrade. He wanted more lights, and he's been using that Klein task light that he has, which is, there's nothing really wrong with it, but I was like, oh, I can get you something better. So we got some the Rover lights, or some of the Rover lights, their task light as well. If you guys are interested, I will leave links down below. If you have any questions, just please let me know. I will try to answer as best as I can. I found a lot of this lineup very helpful out in the trade, in the work that I do, HVAC, and for the most part, it helps when it's magnetic and when it's compact, but it'll last a long time, which, depending on the battery that you use, that goes a long way as well. But if it's rechargeable, you know, it needs to last a good while too, right? All right, so I'm just gonna First up, we have the TrueView. This is a task light. This is a 2013R from Milwaukee. It's kind of new. It's been out for a while. I've had mine for a good while now, and I absolutely love it. It is super thin profile. So real quick, this one is rechargeable via USB-C, unlike the Klein that he had, which I feel like it just needs an update, because USB-C, you charge your phone, your tablet with that. Why not be able to charge all your other devices? So I like this one because it's like super thin profile. It can slide into the bag without taking up any space whatsoever. It's magnetic on these 2 points right here. So you do have to keep that in mind, that magnet right there, or the 2 magnets there. So it'll stick pretty easy to any surface and shine light down, or pivots sideways as well. And pretty versatile on angles. This also splits, so if you guys need to put it around some piping and kind of wedge it on there, you can do that too. This closes with magnets, so that never comes loose. And again, real easy to put in the tool bag. You got 3 different brightness levels. You have 100, 250, and 500 lumens. And you get about 4 to 12 hours depending on what setting you have it on, and I can guarantee that I can use this for days without having to worry about recharging it. And I do leave it on for most of my call because I usually work in dark areas, so it comes in clutch. The next one, I'm not sure how new this one is. This is their switchblade, flip blade light. So this one is a 2128-21. It, I believe, has magnets, has this little blade light that comes out, and it is also USB rechargeable. So not bad in size. I think he'll like this one too. It's like a stick light. It's really easy to maneuver. It has a hook on the end as well if you want to hang it up somewhere. And then that bottom base is a very strong magnet. And then, I mean, it's pretty easy to maneuver around and get you the right angle. This has, yeah, this is like another one that I've had. So you have TrueView on this one. You had TrueView on the other one, on the first one as well. It's that warmer light. It's not a super bright, cool light. So let me show you real quick. Mode. So it is a switchblade that has both sides that turn on, so you can turn either one on or both on if you want to illuminate a big area. You also have this inspection light. So this is more of a spotlight if you want to use it as a traditional like handheld flashlight. The little button glows red. Just thought I'd point that out. So that's kind of cool. With you being able to turn on both sides, you can actually light up like an attic area, a drop ceiling for my use case scenario, because we have a lot of dark areas that we work in. So being able to shine both sides is really cool. That's not something that I knew this one did. I had a different brand and it was only one side. So again, these first two are rechargeable. The inspection light is the one that gives you 2 to 5 hours. The other two on the sides give you 2 to 4.5 hours. The sides go up to 550 lumens. This inspection light only goes up to 250, but it is a concentrated spotlight and folds up quite nicely. I don't think you'll have an issue putting this in any of your standard tool bags, so that's kind of neat. So on this task light, it's strictly rechargeable. There's no battery that you can remove. I forgot to mention on this one, this uses that other style, what's a removable red lithium battery. So technically, if you did need to swap them out, you could. But if you just want to keep it recharged in the flashlight itself, you would just plug it in via the USB-C port right there. And then we're going to get into one of my favorite lights that I use quite often when I need a bigger flashlight than like a handheld one. I have one that goes on my keychain that I use a lot, but and I use a task light a lot. But if I need a bigger one to mount somewhere and give me a little bit more runtime, I have the Rover light. This is the M12 floodlight. It is the 2367-20. And basically, this is an M12. So it'll depend on the battery that you put in there. It is True View again, and it goes from 250 lumens or 700. There are two modes on this one. And it also works as a battery bank. So you can go with your basic 2.0 battery and put that on there. It's gonna make it super small. The back has magnets, so you can put that up there. And the lights themselves swivel a certain degree. They don't go all the way. And it's one button, two modes. You also get a little battery indicator if you guys wanna know what your battery level is right there. On the task light, it is an LED that turns from red, yellow, green. And I believe on this one, that power button is the indicator, red, yellow, green. So like I said, it'll swivel, but it only goes, you know, a certain degree there on both sides. Like it won't light up the back or anything. It's just whatever you direct it at. And usually if I'm working on a unit and I need to be in the panel, in the cabinet, I'll put this in there somewhere in the panel on top so it can shine down, and it does very well. I would recommend that you use a higher output battery like these, the ones that have the little base on the bottom, so that, to me, that looks a little bit better and it can actually just stand. So if you just want to stand it somewhere, you don't have a metal surface or you don't have a good angle to put it up by its magnet, you can just stand it up and light up an area, which I do quite often. So I do have a battery that is dedicated for this light that is a higher output. That way I don't have to worry about finding metal to stick it to. So that one's really good. I really love this one. It's easy to get, and then it's easy to hold. You kind of just shine it out, and like 700 lumens, it does pretty well. This is another new one. This is a Rover, but an M18 Rover, and this one goes up to 1,000 lumens. So this is the 2359-20. Again, True View. I love the True View lighting with Milwaukee. This one has, it looks like 4 modes, and you can go from 85, 250, 500, up to 1,000 lumens. So depending on the battery that you have, they show an example of a 5.0, which I usually do either a 5 or I have a 6. You can get anywhere from 12 hours to 110 hours if you use the lowest setting. So this one is new, I know that. You got 2 buttons here. You got a power button and a brightness button. And then you have, I think that's, yeah, that turns on your output. So you can also use this one as a portable charger. Like I said, this one you can charge your phones and other devices with it. So we're gonna grab, I have a 6.0 here. So when you add a battery to it, that's kind of the size that you get there. The unit, the light itself is super small. So the light folds up, you can have it sitting somewhere. You have this rafter hook here. You can hook it up on a job site and turn it on. Turns on nicely, and you got, like I said, 4 different modes on this one. So super awesome, super easy to move around. And again, if you If you have a whole bunch of spare batteries, these are really good because you're always going to keep your batteries charged. I like this one. This one's new. I thought this was really cool. Still super small, compact. But if you have more of your M18s, because I have more M18s than I do M12 batteries, so I can just grab another battery and I got light for the day, right? So this one will last a hell of a lot longer just because of the bigger battery. But yeah, my dad got a light update, right? So these are the Milwaukee lights here. We got 2 rechargeables, one M12 and one M18. I think it's a really good lineup. I personally run the task light and the M12 Rover. Those have been really good for me, and I think my dad will get some good use out of these. I do like these task lights. I do keep one, I mean these switchblade lights, I do keep one in like an install bag, and it's cool to have too. And then the newest one, I think it's super versatile, super small, super compact. They do offer some bigger lighting, some like larger M18s and all that kind of stuff. If you guys want like something that is like 4 times the size of this and you need it to last you a long time, they do have that. I also have, I think you can see it here in the corner, the rocket light, right? So I have that for job sites where we have to kill power to a walk-in box. We're doing not new construction, but that's what it's for. But we usually do like change outs or, you know, upgrading systems, and we need to kill the power. That's the big light that I carry. So other than that, I think these do well for everyday tasks. I also wanted to point out, just to end the video here, someone asked me if Milwaukee did like an all-in-one plier set, like a stripper. This is the one that I've seen that is closest to any of the Klein ones. This is a 7-in-1. That's the 48-22-3078. The 7-in-1 here is that they added a crimper at the bottom. So you have a wire stripper, crimper, obviously cutters here in the middle, your loops, your loop makers, and it's not quite a needle nose, but it is a plier there at the end. It's a little bit wider. They're just called wide jaw pliers. It also has a bolt cutter, and you can use the end as a reamer. So this is the closest one that I've seen as far as like an all-in-one stripper from Milwaukee. I have the smaller version of this, but it does not have the crimper. I wish they would put a crimper on that one and it would be perfect. But I'm gonna try this one out in the install bag there. Can also use it for different scenarios, for different things. And yeah, that was it. I just needed to get this video out. Hopefully it helped. If you guys are in the market for some lights, if you wanted to see these new lights compared to the other ones, I think this one's really cool. I think the Rovers are really cool. And then if you want one that you can put in your pocket or put in the tool bag without taking up space, the task light has been really great for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, got something out of it. Hopefully this helped you in your shopping. If you guys are looking for some light updates, maybe you didn't know about some of these products. That's kind of the reasoning for these videos. You know, doing these tool hauls and unboxings and just going over a whole bunch of stuff is because I didn't know about a lot of this stuff, right? So I'm going through and we're gonna make videos on things that I didn't know about or that are new, maybe not new, just, you know, hopefully it reaches the people that are looking for that. Like they need a new light, here you go. You didn't know that this existed, I'll try and make a video on it. So it's just what I use, what I find helpful. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys. Oh, and as I'm like cleaning up and everything, if you guys are interested in a rocket light, I have a video on that and how we used it. And it's been on my social media. Like we do get good use out of it. It works phenomenal. It lights up a lot of spaces that you kill the power to. Like I said, no lights whatsoever, and it doubles as a barbecue light. So every Saturday we barbecue and the kids are out there, and I can prop this up with a decent battery like a 6.0 or 8.0, and it'll last me a couple hours while the kids are out there playing and I'm barbecuing. So more uses than just the work site, the job site for work. It has come in handy a lot. That's the rocket light. I'll leave a link to that too, but I'll leave a link to the video that I did on it as well.